Hello, hello. Happy New Year. I'm Susan with StArt, Stampin Up Art, and I just wanted to get on quick and show the way that I built this card, but I have to wish everybody Happy New Year. We made it through 2020. What I was gonna do is show everybody, I did, for some of my holiday cards, I did the finished version of this and thought I would share some of the tips to making multiples of something like this. And I've got some ideas on how to take the same concept into, birthday cards and other sorts of cards, but it was super fun. And then also, celebration started yesterday. The whole celebration, the mini catalog is out. My catalog order actually got delayed. The USPS has had some issues and Stampin' Up has been super busy, so I can't leaf through the catalog yet, but they are scheduled to arrive today. So if you would like a catalog set, I'll have both the mini catalog and the celebration brochure that shows you the items you can get for free with some qualifying purchases at like $50 and $100. So yeah, my demonstrator set I actually handed off to somebody recently because I don't get to see her very often, and she was pretty excited as well. But my hostess code for January is here, and with my group, if we get to a half price item or for celebration at 300, I think it's a 300 party, we'll earn a really cute hostess stamp set. So I will do raffles for those. I'll do drawings for those, I guess it's not raffles. So of the people that order, I put your name in, and for every $50 you get another entry. And so we'll kind of give those things away if we get to that point as a group. Of course, on your own, if you have an order that's over 300, you'll get the hostess rewards. An order over 450, you can choose something for half price. So, lots going on. I didn't want to get too hung up on that. The information is there, but I did want to kind of show folks what I did for these cards. Super fun to make. The design actually is a little bit of a spin-off from a demonstrator in the Netherlands. So I have to give a shout out to Janeki Dijkstra. I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. I'll just show you really quickly the little hooray for 2021 came from the Sip Sip Hooray set. What I did for that, I don't think I need to show you all the way through, but I actually took the little bit of trim from the card base. So the card base of our little shaker card is Bermuda Bay, and this card base is cut to 5 1/4 by 4. And then I've used the Bermuda Bay Stampin' Blend. This is the light one to color the scarf and hat a little bit. And then I used light and dark pumpkin pie blends for the nose. So that's all super straightforward. If you have any questions, you can reach out to me. But the trim from cutting the base down to 5 1/4 by 4 gives us this little 1/2 inch strip, and then I white heat embossed the hooray from the Sip Sip Hooray. Any little tag would work there, but I think it just kind of is nice to give that a little extra. And then I've got a window sheet on the back. The window sheet, I went ahead and cut those to 3 1/4 by 2 inches. You don't need to cover the whole back when you just have that little peekaboo for your shaker. And then here's the stuff that I thought was kind of fun, because I was making multiples and I wanted to make sure I lined it up. I made like a little template. So, and then on my template, I just, real quickly jotted down basically the formula for the card. So I can put this in my little stash of ideas and designs and really quickly have everything I need without having to figure it out again. So that's kind of the joy of the multiples, right? You get things set up once really well, and then you can just go through the process. So for these, I've got my Whisper White, and I used heavyweight Whisper White, 5 by 3 3/4. And then the card base, when we get to that, is also heavyweight Whisper White. But, so I've got that matched up, and then all I need to do is, should have this over here ready. That's never a good sound, right? I've got my Playful alphabet dies. Really love these. These dies are totally versatile, and they even have some extras of, you know, some of the most used letters, and only one of each of the numbers. But once I've got, see my template and my little instruction sheet, I'm just gonna lay the numbers in here. Now, when I put it through the cut and emboss machine, of course I need to move that 2 over. So I run this through once, cutting it out, and then I leave everything in place and just move the 2, and that holds everything just perfectly in place. That heavyweight cardstock is enough to keep it, you know, keep everything just how you need it, but it's not too much to prevent the bottom layer from cutting really well. So I'm gonna put that through, and then the other thing to pay attention to, I do want to hold on to the inside of the 0. So I will be right back. So there's my first pass through the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. Since I needed to use the 2 again, I just moved it from the one that was cut. Didn't move anything else, so this is holding really nice and tight. Everything's staying lined up. I'm gonna put my 2 that I need to cut here on this side, and settle that in, and I just need to run that through. Okay, so I ran that through. Now I'm just gonna pop the numbers out, and again, you want to hold on to the center of the 0, and I can set these aside. See how nice? Now, with the previous, I actually stamped first and then die cut. And, you know, I use my Stamparatus, so I know that I've got the snowman exactly where I want him or her, and can make sure that I get a really nice impression. The order isn't really critical. I just feel like if I did something like, well, I got a little thumbprint on this one, and it's just, I'd rather save the time if I'm do something silly like that. And we all do, it all happens. Then you can, you know, flip it over if you haven't already done the die cut. So that takes me to where I can build the shaker part of my card. So again, because I was working multiples, it's really fussy to try to line this up with the foam, and you definitely want the foam, and I use the foam adhesive strips. These things are amazing, they're awesome. But you don't want your shaker goodies to end up floating all around where you're not gonna see them. You want those to stay there. So what I did is I took some scrap paper. I think this was a cover from a some sort of art paper, and I just gave my little cutout. So then when I go to build it, take my foam adhesive strip, put it just inside that window that I know won't show, because, you know, figure it out once, and then I can load it up and have my shaker. So with this, and I'm really happy to say the foam adhesive strips did go through the mail just fine. It was really cute. I sent this design as one of my holiday cards, and a lot of folks sent me pictures, you know, best card ever and things like that. But I got a lot of feedback that they arrived safely and in good condition, but nobody had said that the foam adhesive was too thick to send through. So just to kind of balance these things out, I'm putting some more foam adhesive strips to kind of hold that puff you know, so that it sits nice and level. I'm probably gonna want just a little more, a couple more pieces here and there. You don't have to totally frame it out for it to work. I do tend to put it a little closer to the edge just because of what's going on with this design. But maybe just one more. Sorry, I try to limit this kind of stuff in my videos because I just want to get to the good stuff, you know, when I'm watching videos. I want to get to the serious components, not things like, you know, watching Susan who has no fingernails. Get the adhesive off the back. So now I've got that all set. I have like what I call my little special blend of snow. So I've used diamond dust, which has got some weight to it, and Stampin' Up some mica, and I mixed them together. And I'm going to use about a 1/4 teaspoon. This might be a little too much, actually. Probably not going to dump all of that. So about a 1/4 teaspoon, and then I really love the snowflake sequins that I'm making a mess with. And I'm going to put those in on top, making sure, like, you know, a good pinch of this. Stampin' Up. They've got a little iridescence to them, which is really pretty with the Bermuda Bay. And there's an assortment of things in there, including snowflakes. So I want to make sure there's at least 1 or 2 snowflakes in the mix. And set that aside. And then I just line this up. Put the window sheet. I'm going to try not to get my head in the video. Ta-da! Isn't that cute? It's even better when it gets on the, ooh, I'm going to lose my circle for the next one. So with the middle of the 0, I just used 1 glue dot and put that on top of the window sheet. But I'll set that aside. I've got 1 more of these to do for my massage therapist. I wanted to give him a gratuity, and my last appointment had to be canceled, so I had time to make 1 more. And then I'm gonna make 1 and put a little calendar in it, because 2020, oof, something to celebrate that we made it out of that, right? And then the last kind of little bit different thing I did that was really helpful for this card was to use my Stamparatus for the inside sentiment. And I just thought this was the perfect. Mingle All the Way is, oh, I don't even know what year this came out. But I keep my retired stamp sets that I love. Holiday Cheer and a Happy New Year. I just thought that was really awesome compliment to, like, you know, we've got something to celebrate. And again, it's a little bit late getting to my massage therapist, but he will like it. He has a little one in his world that I think is going to like the shaker component. But with these, what I've done, I've got my card base, just a standard A2, so 8.5 by 11 of heavyweight Whisper White, and I've cut that in half, so at the 5.5 and then scored at 4 1/4. But I wanted to be able to leave the card base together, so I've got it upside down in the Stamparatus, because I didn't want to have to worry about this bit, if you can see, that hangs off the edge of the plate. So I just did it upside down. And then I leave that in there, and you can go, go, go. I liked using Bermuda Bay on the inside. Just, you know, such a beautiful color. So I'll stamp that, give that a little, and see, God bless the Stamparatus. Perfectly lined up, but I didn't get quite enough ink on some of it, so I'm just gonna go again real quick. Like to use my elbow, probably got my head in there, sorry. There, so now that's just perfect. And if I'm making multiples, you can stack more than 1 card base. Put that out of the way, isn't that beautiful? Put that out of the way to dry, and then you can go, go, go. So just some of those you know, tricks if you're trying to send a lot of something similar, or, you know, birthday cards. Valentine's are coming up. Even though I'm a little behind the game, I just thought, since I had one more of these to make and I had some folks question how they were put together, that I would show you that. I think the same concept would be really awesome with the jars and a little bit of sand, you know. I have in the past picked up just a little bit of sand on vacation. I think that'd be really cool. I was like, you know, a thank you card to someone that you visited, or, you know, a memory with someone that you traveled with, and to use that, you know, smaller spot. So that is probably dry enough. And then I just used snail to put it together. And because I've got, you know, a little bit of the bling, and I did put the hooray on there with dimensionals, so I've got these layers. I'm going to go ahead and put my adhesive on the card base. Double check I got it right. Just knowing I can't go all the way to the edge, but pretty close to the edge. And then again, I'm going to try to do this without getting my head in the camera. You guys don't need to see my wash and wear hair all curly. There it is. I just love that. And I guess it's a way for me to say Happy New Year, guys. So if you have any questions, if you want the catalog set, as I said, I'm starting to get addresses on envelopes to send to my ladies. But if you haven't ordered from me in a year, I'm not going to assume you want one, so reach out to me and tell me. But if you've ordered anything from me in the last year, one of those will be coming in the mail today, probably tomorrow. Hit the post office. And yeah, thanks a bunch. Hope you guys are doing well.